What time is it? It's K-pop o'clock. Hello, I'm Isaac Paul Ludington, certified K-pop expert.
And I'm Lou, an actual K-pop expert. Welcome back to K-pop o'clock, the show where I show Isaac K-pop music videos and he provides us with insights on the music video, the group, the members. These insights are 100% totally real. As usual, a quick disclaimer before we get started. There is a very good chance that I might mispronounce things, especially today because I am very tired, so please be nice to me.
Second disclaimer, this is going to actually be our last video for a while because we are going on an indefinite hiatus. It's fun, it's spicy, but yeah, we just, have other things going on right now, and this has been a lot of fun, but we're going to take a break. We don't know necessarily when we'll be back, but I'm doubtful this is the last you've seen of K-pop o'clock.
Oh, it definitely is. Not. Words. Yes.
Okay. That was real convincing what you did there.
I was gonna try and say it with so much certainty, and then it just kind of rolled off the tongue a little. It definitely is not. But
yes, so yes, we're going to be taking a break. We don't know how long the break is going to be, but thank you all for supporting us through these 10 episodes. This has been a lot of fun to do. It's been fun to see all of the response. Yeah, so I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, so today...
Wait a minute.
Isaac,
okay,
you're going to be okay. You're
okay.
going to be okay with this one. Today we are going to be watching the music video for EXO's song, Lucky One.
Lucky One.
Now. No, not the Vertical Horizon song. Shh. I'm taking that and I'm saying no. So, as we know, EXO, they all have powers.
Yes.
And they're all part of the SM cinematic universe.
Yes, they're part of the SM cinematic universe.
So, can you tell me a little bit about their music video for Lucky One and how that fits into the whole story? Yes.
So, Lucky One. It's a song by EXO. By the whole group, not like one of the subgroups or anything. But, so, what Lucky One is about is it's talking about the time that they fought a supervillain who has the power to manipulate probability, which is one of the most overpowered superpowers in existence, because literally you can do anything. And so it was one of the most difficult fights that EXO had to do. And so Lucky One is about kind of, they were able to pull it off, but just barely. And so Lucky One is kind of a retelling of that event, of them fighting the supervillain who could manipulate probability.
Yes, sounds very intense. I would like to take a quick minute to recap for all of our viewers what EXO's superpowers are.
Yes, of course. I mean, obviously, I don't need that because I am an expert.
Yes,
but
this is for the viewers.
This is for the viewers.
So, Chen is a werewolf.
Chen is a werewolf.
Kai has a natural magnetic field surrounding him. So that means that often what happens is cameras are attracted to him. Lei is able to turn invisible, which is why he sometimes disappears from their music videos and promotions. Soon has edible fingers that regrow when he eats them.
Oh, we're literally just saying jokes from the third video, but they're still funny.
Yeah, Suho can summon force fields. Dio is bulletproof. Chanyeol has super strength, but only in his head. So he has to smash his head into things. Schumann can walk through tables, and only tables. And last, but definitely not least, is Baekhyun, who can eat paint. And it is unclear if this is a superpower or if he just eats paint and will die soon.
Oh, this is good.
So,
This is. Do you think that John Mulaney ever watches his own specials and is like, shit, that's funny? Oh my god, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I love how all of our other interests somehow find their way into the K-pop o'clock videos. Like,
Yeah,
when you put a Decemberists music video
Yes.
in.
So yeah, I've talked about the Decemberists. We're talking about like superhero movies, which is kind of an interest of ours. John Mulaney has made its way in here.
You sang part of a Vertical Horizon
I sang part of a
song,
Vertical Horizon song minutes ago.
that might be the most obscure thing that we've put in here out of all of them.
Yes. By the way, The Lucky One by Vertical Horizon is a good song, and you should listen to it.
Yes.
I might put a snippet of the music video into this video.
Yes, you do that.
I know I'm the lucky one, though I'm always the last to believe. I know I'm the lucky one, 'cause I'm here, and you're with me.
Yes.
But would you like to watch?
Yes, I
this?
would like to watch. We've been talking a lot kind of about metafictionally about our series, which I think naturally comes when you have a sort of conclusive video where you're taking like a siesta, as it were.
Yes.
But now we're not going to be metafictional, and we're going to talk about the video actually.
Yes, and we're gonna get started.
There we go.
So, off to a strong start. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, so this is after this. So this is kind of something that happened. This is a recreation, kind of dramatically, of something that happened sort of in the middle of the fight, which is that everybody in EXO did wind up getting injured, and so they had to kind of like recuperate.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what's happening here. Is he's being taken away from the battlefield.
Okay. He does not seem to be having a good time. It doesn't seem like he wants to be there.
Well, obviously. I mean, the fight was still happening, man. You know, put me back in the ring, coach.
Yeah. Also, I'm curious how he got injured because he is the bulletproof one.
Knives.
Perfect.
Well, actually, so knives, and it made it like the probability manipulator made it probable that like there would be one really strong bullet that could break him.
Ah, that's fun.
Change that from 0 to 100%.
Now, why is he in there? What happened to him? He's the one who has the magnetic field. How did he get injured?
Well, just a brick just hit him. Just sometimes, you know, is like all things considered, having a natural magnetic field is a pretty shitty superpower because you can be broken by things that can break normal human beings, like bricks.
Yep. Okay. What are they putting into that? What's the blue stuff that's...
So the blue stuff that's going into the IV...
Please tell me that it's not paint.
It's not.
Good.
Yes, it's not paint. That happens later. where Baek Young gets an IV full of paint, but he just does that on his own. And he's still alive.
Yes, he is.
As of this recording, the paint he has consumed has not killed him. But anyway, what that is it's a special serum developed by NCT Labs that helps kind of accelerate the healing factors to make them more ready to
Wow.
get back into the ring and get back to fighting.
Go NCT. Now, which NCT member designed it?
It was a collaborative effort.
Between who?
Well, so the initial concept was come up with by, I forget his name, but his hair is perfect.
Oh, Jungwoo?
Jungwoo, yeah. I think that's...
Yeah, that's who it is.
Yeah, so Jungwoo. It was originally come up by him because he is a space alien. And he there was an equivalent serum on his home planet, but he didn't remember exactly how to make it, and it had like this thing called Bjork flower in it, which doesn't exist on Earth. And so they had to kind of him and the rest of NCT had to kind of work at it.
Him and the 22 other members.
Yeah, well, science is a collaborative thing.
Yes. There's so many of them.
Yeah, 22... Wow, 22 is entirely too many for a band.
Isaac, but the thing is that's in addition to Jungwoo, so there's 23.
Oh, 23. Okay, yeah, 23 is just... Stick with the 9 cute teens, NCT.
We don't need 23 of them.
Make them fight each other Hunger Games style.
Now, sorry, in my head I'm thinking about who would win.
Well, obviously Jungwoo because of his perfect hair.
Yeah, but there are some members that genuinely scare me. I'm scared of 10. There's a good chance that 10 would win. Or Yang Yang. Yang Yang is also scary.
I think that Snufkin from Tove Jansson's Movements would win. Because he is from NCT.
You wanna keep watching this video? We have not even made it 30 seconds in. This is gonna be a long one.
This is gonna be a fun and spicy video to sort of tide you over while we're heading into our hibernation.
오늘도 이대로 너는 부셔 익숙한 듯 낯선 길 그려버릴게 너와 나의 평행선 넘어 I don't mind 큰 파도에 밀려 이 항해의 끝에 내가 휘몰아치는
So what does this represent?
Well, this is, so this is, the mysterious mind palace of Probabilitrak, which is, Probabilitrak is the name of the villain. And so, this is, it's his evil lair. And so, this is where, like, he's currently trapped, and he's trying to get out of the diabolical traps in the mind palace, and trying to get back into the get back and find Probabilitrak so he can kick his ass.
Solid.
내 세상에 멈춰서 넌 나의 only one 너를 발견한 순간 더 찬란히 빛나는 I'll be the lucky one 너와 나 이곳에 keep on coming 같은 시간 속에
So were they all down for the count at the same time?
Yes. And here's the interesting kicker. So you know what? This place has strong evil vibes. You get that? So technically, it's and so when it started, they were in there, and it was NCT's secret laboratories of, you know, where the SM superheroes all get together.
Is that a technical like title for it?
The NCT laboratories?
The NCT secret laboratories where whatever the fuck else you said?
Yes. But they just call it NCT Labs for short.
Okay.
But yes. So it started out as that, but then Probabilitrak made it a 100% probability that all of the members of EXO would suddenly... the NCT labs would suddenly metamorphose and become part of the Mind Palace, the mental trap palace, the evil lair.
Yes.
And so now they're stuck in a room with evil doctors.
Ooh, spicy. So where were they taking him?
To the moon.
To the moon. Wow. So what does this whole sequence represent, and why all of a sudden is one of them holding fire?
Well, this was the spicy and fun part of the... So, Probabilitrak sent them all to the moon, and the fight continued on the moon, on the Probabilitrak moon base that he summoned into existence. But also, he did a spicy thing, and changed all of their powers temporarily during the fight. So now, he has pyrokinesis.
Wow. And to think, he used to have a super strong head. Did this villain fuck up and give them better powers than they had?
Yes, he did. That was his fatal mistake. Was even though it was confusing for them to suddenly have new powers, he did give them better powers. It restored to normal after the fight. Everything he did restored to normal once he was defeated. And so, yeah.
Wow.
He didn't change Baekhyun, though, because Baekhyun was already too perfect.
Isaac, he fucking eats paint. I would not call that perfect.
It's from a supervillain's perspective. If you are fighting a superhero and the superhero's one power is they eat paint, like that's already good for you.
That's true. Okay, let's keep watching.
Yeah.
So what's popping here? The hands and the ice cubes and the earth.
Yes. Well, so the hands here represent the hands of Probabilitrak. And he said he was going to offer special things that would like level the playing field for the fight, but they just turned into it all just turned into just a big bunch of ice cubes, the things that he gave them. And it was like it was very funny from like a comedic perspective, but it wasn't funny for the members of EXO to just suddenly have like the big ray gun of killing Probabilitrak suddenly turning into ice cubes.
I would understand how. Why? Whatever the correct word is. Anyways.
Well.
Gotta be honest, I'm only half comprehending.
It was a complicated fight.
Yes.
It was a complicated fight.
But I'm only half comprehending the words that you're saying.
Mm.
Not the content, it's the words themselves that are kind of going in one ear and out the other.
Well, you have maybe you should put your earbud in the other ear so that it traps the thoughts.
I'm gonna hit play.
Alright. Oh yeah.
Okay, so he's dancing. Tell me about that.
Well, this is a music video. And so this is a recreation, but it's still like supposed to be entertaining, so there's an element of dance.
Okay. So what's happening now?
They're escaping the evil science room on the moon.
What made the windows explode?
Well, that was Chen's newfound earthquake powers.
Oh, wow.
내 세상에 멈춰서 넌 나의 only one 너를 발견한 순간 더 찬란히 빛나는 I'll be the lucky one 너와 나 이곳에 keep on coming 같은 시간
So what happened to the evil doctor there?
Well, so, as you can see, the one guy, that she was making eye contact with, you saw how when she fell to the ground, there was a little spark?
Yeah.
So he suddenly had the power to manipulate electricity.
Ah.
And so he basically just rewired her neurons and killed her.
Well, that's fun.
Basically just destroyed her nervous system.
Oh 하나 된 순간 we'll be the lucky ones 수많은 삶 속
Is that what did that too?
Yes! Yes, it is! Wow. It's funny, the longer we're watching this, I feel like I'm gradually painting a more and more accurate picture of what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep watching.
Yes.
lover 운이 좋게 찾은 내 글로벌 올 것 같아 내게고 너란 행운도 멋지지 누가 뭐
I have a very important question right now. Never mind, I've answered it. He switched their powers. Because I was going to ask why Lei didn't turn invisible. But he switched their powers.
Yes.
What's Lei's new power?
Lei's new power is that, he can make people pay attention to him and only him.
Solid.
Which kind of sucked for him.
Yeah.
Once it went away.
Yeah. You know, because it's kind of the opposite of...
Yeah.
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 Sucks for him.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you, Lei.
뭐라 해도 널 알아갈수록 yeah let's go 공존할 수 없는 것은 없어 넌 나의 only one and 나의 lucky one cause I 몰아치는 순간
Why is he dancing at them?
Well, he wasn't sure what his new powers were. And so he did the only thing he knew how to do, which is just aggressively dance at people until they succumb.
Lovely. Was he already good at doing that?
Well, yes, because, if I am, like, trying to, like, attack a person and they just start aggressively dancing at me, I'm probably going to be caught so off guard
That's
yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah, exactly.
내 세상에 멈춰서 넌 나의 only one 너를 발견한
Just adjust that hair.
순간 더 찬란히 빛나는 I'll be the lucky one 너와 나 이곳에
So why is Chen's face behind Chen's face?
Oh. It's the secret plot twist. Probabilitrak is Chen's long-lost identical twin brother.
There's another one?
Well, there isn't anymore. Because he's dead. Probabilitrak. But...
I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself.
all coming 같은 시간 속에 oh 하나 된 그 순간 we'll be the lucky ones
So he's making a glass of water. How is that helpful?
sometimes when you're fighting, you just need a nice, like, it can be tough. And sometimes it really refreshes both your body and your soul to just have a nice little, like, LaCroix. LaCroix.
Why the fuck are you saying it like that?
LaCroix. Yeah. So,
So,
seduction.
so he's the one who that's Lay, so he now can make anyone pay attention to him, but he did also just make that flower bloom, which made the
Well, no, he
ladies-
just grabbed one of the automatic blooming flowers that Probabilitrak was just making in his free time.
Oh, that's fun. And so it just
Because
it was
the thing that about living on the moon is it gets depressing because there's no plants.
well, yeah. So it was just so seductive that her head exploded.
Pretty much.
I have respect for that. My
Yeah.
head would probably explode too.
Just a nice glass of that LaCroix.
Yo.
I keep accidentally saying. I keep sort of going halfway between LaCroix and LaCroix.
Yeah. So it does appear as if they were just in a maze.
Yes, that's what it's shaped like, the evil lair.
Got it. And they are still being watched. So it kind of ends with it feeling like they didn't actually succeed.
Well, it's not. That's not the end of the fight, is the thing. You know? Like,
Yes.
they didn't. It's not the end of the fight against Probabilitrak.
You know what is, though?
What?
This music video.
Power by EXO? Yeah, where Probabilitrak turns into a giant kitten.
Well, a giant monster and then a tiny kitten.
Right, yes. Yes, that's exactly what happens. Yes. Yeah, so that's another wonderful adventure of the Uncanny EXO Men.
Yes, I'm actually a little sad now that this is the last one because I feel like the obvious follow-up is to watch the Power music video.
Well, it's too late. That can be what we come back on.
Yes, that's very true.
But for the meantime, we'll just be taking a hiatus.
Yes. So since I feel like since this isn't the end of this story, I can't really ask you any questions at the end.
Well, you can still ask me some questions.
I just feel like there's not like the questions that I would normally ask you are more for when it's concluded.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, here's what I will ask the other members who you haven't already said what their new powers that they got were. I'm gonna once again look up a picture of EXO just so that I can look at all of their faces, and make sure that I've got all of them. I just want to see there we go. Okay. Sorry, that was a real time. Okay, so you said that Baekhyun
still eats
he
paint.
still eats paint. Chen, what did you say Chen could
Earthquake
do?
powers.
Earthquake powers. Lay
Super noticeable.
Yes. Suho can make glasses of water.
LaCroix.
LaCroix. Sorry.
It's a specific thing, you know.
Chenyol now has fire powers.
Mm-hmm.
Sehun is the one who made the head explode.
Yes, he can rewire people's brains. He can manipulate electricity and rearrange the neurons in your brain to make you die.
Yeah, so what can Schumann do?
What can Schumann do?
He can do more than walk through tables now.
Yeah, now he has climbing power and he can walk. So, but like it's just his feet. So like when he goes to walk on the walls, it's not like a Spider-Man walk.
It's like
just sort of like a guy taking a stroll, except he's on the ceiling.
Solid. Dio, what can our dear friend Kyung-soo do?
Dio. Dio can he can do the you know that like stereotypical opera singer thing where they go like ah! And a glass breaks?
Yes.
So he can do that.
Isaac, I would just like to say that I'm so glad that you said that because in my brain I was like, he better say something that has to do with singing because that's very fitting for our main man's Dio.
Yes.
And then Kai. he was the one who just danced because he didn't know what he could do. So what could he do?
Well, as it turns out, he had dance. He had like a special, like, when he dances, it does like this energy field thing where, like, you know, it's like boom, 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 now you're dead. You know, just like sort of like 1, 2, 3, 4, now your bones are on the floor.
Well, on that note, this has been the last episode of K-Pop O'Clock for now.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed. Thank you for embarking on this journey with us. This journey through the SM cinematic universe.
Through the SM cinematic universe, through the world of K-pop. Thank you. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you forgot some things you previously learned, but now you know a different thing.
I would just like to take a minute to personally apologize to Baekhyun.
Yes.
You are so talented. I really admire you. I know you don't actually eat paint, but it is very funny to say that you do.
Yeah, the fun... One of the fun but somewhat unfortunate side effects of this show is that we make up completely new characters. We take real people as blank slates and we make up characters for who they are. But sometimes that ends in like...
It's like our AUs. We're creating AUs.
We're creating
right now.
AUs. We're creating a Taemin is a serial killer AU and Baekhyun eats paint AU. This is... Yes.
Well, so long. Farewell. No. What did I do? No. Fuck. It won't go. It won't. So I did it. Look. So what are we gonna do now? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna never let me near an iPad again.